Hello, welcome back to my channel, Blooming Courtney, where we find purpose through planning and peace in productivity. It's the last month of 2025, so in honor of this beautiful December, let's take a look at my December planner setup. I'm going to give you all a full tour of my current setup for the month with a few notes on some areas of how I use certain templates or even different features of my planner. Before we begin, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. But also, if you don't already do so, follow me on Lemon8. I am so close to 1,000 followers, and I'd love to get there before 2026. Thank you so much for your support, and let's get started. So already we have the front portion of my December planner. As you all know, I love Mr. Pen, so this is one of their stickers. And then I also love these really large paper clips. I usually use them as I could hold pages together sometimes. I use them as page markers, whatever I want to do. So I just keep some extra there. And as you all know, if you followed me before, I typically keep some sticky notes here. So I'm actually going to just add that while I'm at it. So I actually made this cover page on Canva. I just took some stuff and decided to make it. It's very simple. And then I'm a doodler sometimes. So whenever I'm thinking or planning or waiting for something to load or whatever it is, I just start to doodle. So these little stars in different colors, I added with my pens just because I wanted to. But this is the front page of December for me. Let's open it on up and voila. So instead of doing a traditional month calendar, I wanted to switch it up. December is kind of my, trial month where I'm trying different / new templates and seeing what I like. So over here, I have my month as a list form. So I'm actually just going to zoom in a little bit. I have my 31 days listed, and then I have notes, and I have some notes for next month. So I have a little legend here. So I marked my Sundays using this gold marker so I know where a full week is on here. And then for my posting days, where I know that I have a post that I've already planned out that's coming up for Blooming Court, whether that's on Lemon8 or TikTok or YouTube, I have this little highlight right next to the date. So I know that I have posts coming up on the 3rd, the 5th, the 9th, the 11th, the 14th, 17th, the 18th, 23rd, 26th, and 28th. And then I have some colors for work, like when my invoices are due, maybe when payday is for one job, where payday is for another job. I have some stuff for the girls, a teacher meeting and photos with Santa. I have some events, some personal occasions, and then this little red that you see are just dates that bills are due. So different things like that. And then next month is just things to look forward to, like birthdays coming up, or maybe if there's a month coming up where there's an appointment or a meeting or something important that I need to do for the month coming up, I'll write it there. That way I don't forget it whenever I'm setting up my planner for the upcoming month. Let's zoom back out. Actually, I'm not going to zoom back out. Let's see if I can. Yeah, I can show y'all it like this. So this is my December overview right here. I got a lot going on. I have made an overview for December like 4 or 5 different times. If I took enough pictures, I may find a way to show y'all all of my different versions. But this is the one I've decided to stick with. 1, because it looked the best out of all of the tacky ones I had. But 2, because I'm not going to make another one. I'm not 100% satisfied with this one, but whatever. So instead of a regular legend, I just made sections. So I have a work section, and here are like my color coding for work categories. As you all know, I work a lot of different jobs. So I am a part-time professor. I'm a administrative business admin for a company. I'm also an operations manager, but I'm a contractor for another company. And then I also do some freelancing gigs as well. I also have my bills and finances section where I usually underline in red, and then I have anything that's personal highlighted in pink. And then here, this is a different shade of pink for those of you that may not be able to tell the difference, but I can. This is my social media section where I have Blooming Court and Behind the Service, which is my hospitality podcast, which I will be relaunching next year. So stay tuned for that, and feel free to find me on social media and YouTube, and subscribe, like and subscribe. And then I just have a little like key down here, and in each of my sections, so like work, I have some goals, bills, I have some goals or some things to do, personal, things like that. And then right here is my challenge of the month. I don't know if I'm gonna do a challenge every single month, but it would be nice. Right now, the challenge that I'm focused on is getting fit for Freya. For those of you that don't know, I am about 25 weeks pregnant with my third child, and this will be my third natural home birth. And if you are aware, or maybe you're not, natural home births are not just nothing. They actually require you to be in tip-top shape if you want them to go as smoothly as possible. And with the way my life has been going since having my last two, my body's a lot different. And so it's important to me that I get back in shape to prepare for my next baby's arrival. So I have a Fit for Freya challenge where I'll be keeping track here. And speaking of that, I'll be showing you more about that in my next section. Let's move on. This is my inbox. Y'all know I love an inbox. I don't care how many times I switch up my layout. I'm always gonna have some type of inbox or a mass to-do list or something. So for those of you that are new to my channel or just new to planning at all, an inbox is a catch-all to-do list, and it's typically categorized. Different people have different types of inboxes. Feel free to look them up and find which one works for you, but this style works for me. This is a November through December inbox, so I've already been working on some items. As you can see, some are crossed off, but I have categorized my inbox for the month of December as work, Blooming Court, Behind the Service, family/home, personal, and finances. And then obviously if there's anything in there that I add here that doesn't fall into one of these categories, I just won't check it off. But I have some tasks that I want to get done. I check under which item needs that the category falls under. And I do this because I have work days where specific days for me, I will mainly focus on a specific work category. That does not mean that my work doesn't overlap, but that does mean that I prioritize work for certain days. And so for example, if today is my day to work on Blooming Courting stuff, then I'll go to my Blooming Court area and I'll take a look at what might be pending on my inbox and I'll get that done. This is something else that I made on Canva. This is my Fit for Freya challenge, December prenatal birth prep challenge. So I need to be moving. I need to be fit and active. I am a former executive housekeeper, meaning that for 6 years straight, I was in rooms, cleaning, pushing 300-pound carts, moving beds, going up and down stairs, walking floors all day, every day. You name it. I was moving even while pregnant. For a little over a year now, I have been a housewife. I am still moving, but not to the extent that I was in the hotel. And so I personally feel the difference. And so I really want to get back fit. So I have a challenge for myself where I have laid out a bunch of different fitness days. Monday is pelvic floor and core. Tuesday is strength. Wednesday, cardio. Thursday, flexibility. Friday, labor prep. Rest and recovery days, yoga, things like that. So I have this one day every single day I should be doing a Fit for Freya workout, some type of movement. And then this is just a page where I decided to record important workout notes, maybe how I felt that day, how my body reacted, maybe if I decided that I wanted to do a certain amount of reps the first day, but next week when I get back to the day that I was working on maybe strength, I can note that maybe the reps that I was able to do increased or decreased. I think this will help me pay attention to my body but it'll also help me be able to communicate with my midwife if there are any concerns that I have. So that's there for me as well. So that ends my month overview. Let's get on to schedules. So schedules, this is my week at a glance. As you all know, or may not know, I don't know, if you go to my Lemonade or if you look at any of my previous videos, I don't typically do a week at a glance. Like I said, December, I am trying things out. So on Sunday, we have Sunday through Saturday, and I have a little calendar here showing me what week we're working on. And so in my dark pinks colors, you'll see anything related to family and home. So that covers like what we're having for dinner, which is Sunday. We still had a little bit of Thanksgiving turkey left that I saved, so I turned it into a pot pie where I have Sunday's leftovers. And then Tuesday we're having chili mac and cornbread with salad, Mexican stew with tortilla chips, yada yada yada. But I also have these little codes here. I know what these codes are. The squares are my work days, so those are my workday focuses. The circles are my chores. The star is my challenge, and then the arrow is if I have somewhere to be, so that means go there. That's really important to me because that tells me that I will not be in the house that day, or I won't be in the house for a certain period of time. So I need to be able to manage my time properly. And then the heart is the dinner portion. So on Mondays, I typically work on professor work. However, it was really important to me to add that I needed to do a task that is due by Tuesday for one of my other jobs. So I'll put that here. And then I'm working on some other items on Tuesday. Tuesdays are typically my ABP days, which is administrative business partner days, where I freelance or I do some items for one of my jobs. So these are my focuses right here. Wednesdays are my blooming court days. Thursdays are my behind the service days. And then Friday is usually like my catch up on any work that wasn't done or anything that was moved or migrated to the next week, get ahead for the next week, focus on myself, whatever it may be. And then you'll see the arrow about places that I need to be. So on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I teach on campus. So I know that I'll be on campus for a certain amount of time. And then on Wednesday, I actually have a prenatal appointment. So I know what time I need to be somewhere else. I'll actually have that appointment out of town, so I need to leave by a certain time, so I've put that as well. And then on Saturday there is an event, Photos with Santa, from 1 to 3 that I really want to take the girls to, so I've been sure to indicate that. And so now whenever I make this as an overview, and I use this and reference it consistently with my day-to-day. So for example, let's look at Tuesday, because Tuesdays are typically really busy for me. So Tuesday, let me move this back over. Tuesday, I have class to be at. I actually have to cook. We're not having leftovers. I have to cook. I have to clean the bedrooms. And it says see notes for packing goals. We are moving. So I actually have a chore tracker where I've indicated some packing goals on my normal chore checklist. So I'll show you all that later. And then I have some work that I'm working on as well. So and I'm doing day 2, my Fit for Freya challenge. So let's take a look at Tuesday. Tuesday, work focus is ABP day. Chore of the day is bedrooms and washing the bedding. D is for dinner, so I'm making chili mac, and then this is my little arrow about where I need to go. That is campus. And as you all know, if you looked at my previous videos or if you've seen some of my videos on Lemonade, this is pretty normal for me. I usually have a WCD, which is work day, chore day, dinner. And that's where I focus everything, and I know what's going on right here for the focus, and then I plug everything in. I'll also add my to-dos, so they're color coded based on the coding that I shared with you all right here and here and here and here. So I know my color coding has pretty much been the same, so I know it. But if you create a new color coding, you might want to have a legend for a while as you memorize it. So I have all of this stuff here. I'll get up at 5:30, get the girls up by 6:30, drop them off to school by 7:30. That is, of course, if their hair is done and their clothes are laid out for the week, cool. And then I'll teach my class. I have a class that starts at 8 and it runs from 8 a.m. to 9:50. Then I have another class that runs from 10 a.m. to 11:50. So from about 8 a.m. until 12, I am on campus. By 12:30, I plan to at least be back home for lunch and to be doing my chores. What are my chores? Boom, they're right here. So I have bedroom day, where I need to obviously clean the bedrooms, but be sure that I wash the bedding, be sure that I cook, that I purge and box up some toys. That's a part of my packing checklist. And then be sure that I cook dinner. I made a little note to myself that says make extra beans. I'm soaking black beans for my chili mac, but I also know that we're gonna have chicken, like Mexican chicken stew later in the week, and it would be good to toss in some black beans in there as well. So I'm just gonna soak extras. My bloom section is actually for me, so that is anything pertaining to me blooming. So maybe that is reading a chapter of a book that I'm working on, or doing my personal workout challenge, or maybe putting on my press-ons that I desperately need to put on, or maybe like taking a bubble bath or taking a walk, or whatever it is, going to Winans and getting myself some chocolate. So whatever it is for me, I put in this section because I need to be a lot more intentional now about doing things for myself. I have not done that in a very long time, and the more kids that I have, the less I tend to do it. So I need to be a lot more intentional about it. And then right here, I'll be working on chores. I put a little note here to swap the car with my husband based on how things flow for the day, but I might not. And then after I'm done eating lunch and having my chores, I'll be home. So from about 1:30 until about 4:30, I'll be working. What will I be working on? I have this item that I have to work on as well. And then I even put a note right here because one of the people that I work for typically has meetings on Tuesdays around this time, but she hasn't confirmed yet. So I just kept it open. And then 4:30, I'm going to do my Fit for Freya challenge for about 30 minutes. I'm going to get up, I'm going to go cook. And then my husband actually will bring the girls home, and they'll typically be home no later than 6. So we'll have dinner. They will have their bedtime routine, which is baths, story time, whatever it may be, while I clean the kitchen, however it goes, at 7, and their bedtime is at 8 p.m. Which means that my PM routine starts for myself, whether that's showering, brushing my teeth, washing my face, doing my nails, laying out my clothes for the next day, getting caught up on some work, reading a book, whatever it is. My PM routine starts, and then I need to be in bed no later than 10. These are little notes for myself, like don't forget, cook extra beans for the chicken stew, because even though I make extra beans there, I, one, may not catch it, or two, may not even remember why I said make extra beans. So I just put that right there. And yeah, that's a day. So that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. This is just an extra sheet. This is one of my templates that I made, by the way. So I made this template on Excel. As you can see, I have my little watermark here. If you like it, feel free to let me know that you like it, and I'll be happy to email it to you. But this is all aligned with my week at a glance. We're gonna move on to the next section, which is home. This is my weekly chore list. As you can see, I switched it up a little bit. I also made this on Canva. I typically use a template, a free template from Day Designer, but I decided to switch this up and see how I liked it. So on Mondays, I clean our kitchen and I do our clothes. On Tuesdays, bedrooms and bedding. Wednesdays, bathrooms and terry. Thursdays is living areas, and actually it's the girls' clothes. So I need to put that. And then Friday really is just catching up on anything else. However, these little green dots indicate to me that this is a special project. So that is for packing, because like I said, we're packing. So for example, on Monday when I'm cleaning the kitchen, I'm just gonna box up all the unused dishes, like all the things that we do not use on a daily, all the big stuff, all the fancy pottery or whatever. I'm just gonna leave out the basics. Tuesday, when I'm doing the bedrooms this week, I'm gonna purge a bunch of toys that the girls have because Christmas is coming up and they got a bunch of stuff in there they don't play with anyways. And I'm gonna bag it up and take it to Goodwill. And then I'm gonna box up tablecloths and curtains. There's a closet in the girls' bedroom because they have a really big bedroom. It's the master actually. And a corner of the closet I have bedding and tablecloths and things like that and curtains. So I'm gonna box up that while I'm in there. And then living areas, there's a coat closet, a lot of stuff in the coat closet that we don't use every single day. So I'm gonna box up that stuff, take down some decor in the living room. Box up the pot because she's been using the toilet, but I want to keep the pot because we got another one on the way. Yada yada yada, lots of different stuff. And then weekend focused, I just added some other items here to do possibly on the weekend if I want to, or if I feel like it, or whatever. Let's turn the page. This is my weekly meal plan. This is actually from Day Designer. This is a free template that they had on there a while ago. I don't know if they still have it, but I like to use it and I've been keeping it this way. So this is my meal plan. It aligns with my weekly plan that I have here as well. Everything is cohesive and together. Whenever I work through my planner, I constantly refer back to this and or this. So everything is constantly aligned. I start off really broad, looking at the month, down to the week, down to the day. And once I've completed that, I can go through the entire rest of my planner and just fill it in. So this is what we'll be having this week, and then these are the items that I needed. I just put a little note here about how much it cost me for the things that we needed. I'm trying to be more intentional about my budget. This is the plan for next week as well. I'm trying to plan 2 weeks out for dinners. Obviously, I haven't purchased anything yet. We're just going to see what we're left with and then see how to make something out of that. I do not want to do a big grocery shopping trip until we move, obviously. And then this is my packing checklist. Just some things that I wanted to take a note of and remember to do. Once we get the official move date, then I'll be able to have some due dates in there and pace myself and track myself and make sure we do everything properly because I love lists. Now we're going to move on to social. This is not social life because I don't have one. This is social media. These are my two brands, Blooming Courtney and Behind the Service. Once again, Behind the Service is my hospitality podcast. I started it a while ago and then I stopped whenever I found out I was pregnant. It has been a challenging pregnancy and it has been a challenging shift moving from Florida to Ohio, starting a new job, getting a new baby. Just everything has been challenging in 2025 for me. And so I took a really big pause or break on my podcast, but that doesn't mean it's over. That just means I stepped back a little bit, but I'm diving in 2026. So this is going to include my calendars, my guest list, ideas, notes, posting trackers, and so much more. I made this on Canva as well. Very, very simple, nothing major. But this is my social media calendar. Now, I have a post that is like going crazy on Lemonade right now. That is a 5-part version of like my Life Finder setup. And part 4 actually specifically shows my social media calendar that I made sometime back in July or June. And people love it so much. I'm not sure if it's the social media calendar. I'm not sure if it's the video itself. I don't know what it is, but it's full, it's colorful, and it has over 10,000 views. It has like a bunch of likes and saves. I don't know. I'll probably add it on the screen somewhere over here where y'all can see that I'm not lying. I really don't know what it is. If I could get that reaction on all of my posts, everything would be going great. But this looks a lot different. I have it pretty much blank because I want time to fill it in because my ideas develop differently now based on the goals that I have for both of my brands. So right now I just have very basics, but this aligns with this. Remember I said I had posting days? You're probably like, well, how do you know what to post? How do you know what you're posting? Where does these days come from? They came from this. So everything is aligned somewhere. Everywhere is, I know how my stuff works, okay? I have a system. And then back here is just some like other stuff. I have a catch-up re-engagement plan for my podcast, so I haven't really incorporated it on here yet. If I did, this would pretty much be a lot fuller. I just have like the notes here, and I will figure out how to incorporate it on here, or maybe I won't. Maybe. And then the last section is, it's not the last section, but this is my monthly budget. I haven't completely filled it out yet. I might finish it tomorrow. As you can see, I started penciling it in, but I wanted to confirm a few things before writing in pen. So this is my monthly budget, where I have my income, fixed expenses, flex expenses, debt payments, my subscriptions coming up, my savings, and my totals. And then this is just a section for notes. That's really important to me that I start that. I will just be starting this month because I want to incorporate it every month for next year, a monthly budget. So I am trying out this template. I also made this template on Canva. And then my business section. This is my new work log. That's why it's clean and empty. This is for the month of December. I haven't done anything worth logging since before Thanksgiving because we've been on holiday break. So starting tomorrow, I will start logging again so I can show an updated version of how I use it. But really, I'll just put the date, what job I'm working for, whether it's a gig, whether it's for mint planning, whether it's for image market, or whatever it may be, and the start and stop times. And then I'll check it off if it's been reported, which means that I have sent an invoice for my time, or I've reported it to one of my bosses, put it on the payroll, or whatever it is. Mark it off that it's been reported and logged, so I know that I'm getting paid for it. And then this is just a project that I'm working on. This is one of my assignments for work. I'm gonna cover this up. This is one of my assignments for work, and that's why it is marked like this. I typically have this up and then I can see it, but right now it's down because this project is on pause until Monday. So I'll probably put it back up like this on Monday, but we're on holiday break, so it's down. And then this next section actually has some passwords and items here, so I'm just gonna do that, and voila, I already have 2026 loading. So y'all just stay tuned. Obviously many more videos coming. I'm super excited. This is the beginning of my vision board, the first page of my vision board that I decided to make on Canva, and I'm gonna add to it. But yeah, this is my December setup. I hope you all liked it. I hope it made sense. If it did not, ask questions. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any suggestions. And I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much for joining me again. And I hope that this video and my channel has inspired you to find purpose through planning and peace and productivity, because it really is so therapeutic to get your life together. And it can all start by just writing it down. All right, well, have a great day. Stay blessed. Enjoy December. Finish off 2025 strong. And remember, time is a social construct. So if you didn't do what you wanted to do in 2025, or if you have plans for 2026, you don't have to wait for January 1st. You also don't have to feel bad that you ended 2025 on something crazy. Life goes on. Every single day is a new day, whether it's in 1 year or the next. So start planning, start logging things, start keeping track of things any moment that your spirit and your heart says it's time to do so, and everything will continue to fall in place. Stay blessed.